Great pleasure to welcome back to the show a good friend to our show here. She's been with us many times before, always when she has a new CD out. We love to have her on, and her latest is called As Time Goes By, the best of Andrea Marcovicci. She joined us now by telephone. And, Andrea, always good to talk to you again. It's been about a year, so how you been?
I've been absolutely fine. It's been a big year for me, actually. I admitted to turning 60 and had
you don't look it.
Birthday year. Thank you. Most people say that.
Well, you don't. I'm not just saying that.
Anymore. I've just admitted it for 1 year, and now we turn the clock back. At my next birthday on November 18th, I'm turning 59.
You got to go backwards.
Go back from there. Yeah. I share a birthday with Johnny Mercer.
Do you really?
November 18th is Johnny Mercer's birthday, and I'll be doing an all Johnny Mercer tribute at the Algonquin, and I'll be 59 then.
That's right. I know usually you head up to New York.
The birthday year's been very busy.
Yeah, usually head up to New York in the fall, so that'd be great.
Oh, will you be there?
I'm going to try. I haven't been up to New York in a while, so I'm going to get up there this fall, yeah.
Well, I was commissioned by the Savannah Music Festival, which is a huge festival, as you may know, and I was able to go to Savannah for quite a long time and do 7 shows in 5 days of a brand-new concert. Marcovicci Sings Mercer, and it was very exciting. I called it Skylark. And I was able to research him for a year and put on a show in Savannah, which then travels and goes around the country and ends up at the Algonquin just in time for his real 100th birthday, on the day of his birthday and mine, November 18th. Yeah.
He wrote so many great songs, didn't he? We played on the program here, Accentuate the Positive.
What a writer.
Oh, man.
I thought about you, and something's got to give, and I found some obscure ones. I found one or two really obscure ones that are fun from his earliest years in New York, but of course Moon River and some sensational ones that I enjoyed doing. But 2:45, you can't do better. I did 2:45.
One for my baby, that's right.
Mixed it in with Goody Goody and did a real down and dirty drunk. It was terrific, which I did while holding a drink. And I don't drink, so I haven't had one for 5 or 6 years. And I asked the bartender for a drink, and people who really know me went, "Oh no, oh no,
that's a prop drink.
Don't do it." It was really fun. But it's been a fantastic year, and I'm very proud of the record. It's been a long time coming to do a compilation CD. It's not easy. It always looks easy, to say, oh, well, what's so hard about putting a bunch of tunes on a CD and putting it out? But it's very hard. And Leslie Alexander, the producer, worked really hard to help me decide, after all these years, what's the best of Andrea Marcovicci, and to help me write the liner notes, and to find the right photographs that represent a record. And nowadays, everything's just downloaded, and it's such a sin, because then you don't buy something and you don't get the liner notes, and it's important to buy something. We worked really hard on these liner notes.
Yeah, an album is not just...
really hard to make this. I still call it an album.
That's right, I do too.
CD. I call it a record. Some people are going back to vinyl. I just saw J.D. Souther the other night, and he put out his record as a record. He put it out on vinyl.
On a vinyl, yeah.
On a vinyl. He says it's just better sound quality. And, get a turntable, put it out so that you can read your liner notes. And for anybody who's 60 and admits it, you need to be able to read it.
Well, our station...
I'm so proud of him.
Our station actually has turntables, so we actually still get to play records, which I enjoy. I miss that.
Well, and hold on, because the sound is better.
It's a different sound,
They're adding static.
Are they really?
Yeah. Some people are making a perfect cut, and then they're putting static back on.
To make it sound like a record. Well, it's just the fun of records, and then the old albums, like you said, which had plenty of space. The picture was really the whole key to, buying it. If you didn't know the artist, the picture would maybe draw you to buy the album, in the old days.
Well, exactly, and the liner notes, and I remember so many nights of my life in New York City browsing through record stores.
Sure.
Stores and bins, and picking up an album and just being swept away and reading as the music played. And And this, for us, was a real labor of love because, going through my whole life, it's not that easy. It's really like reading through your diary. It's painful.
I was going to say,
proud of it.
How did you finally whittle down the songs you chose? Did you listen to all of your CDs and pick it that way, or did you just do it from memory, or how did you do it?
It's a mix of everything. Mm-hmm. It's a mix of everything. Leslie did a lot of my executive assistant and the head of the company. I mean, she did a lot of it and presented a lot of it to me, and then we had gentle little arguments over it, and I went back and listened, and there were titles that just came to mind because certain fans who I'm in touch with all the time said, well, you can't do this without. You can't do it without this. You can't do it without that. And therefore, it gradually came like a bas relief, like a bas relief, where certain things would just come up from dreams.
Right.
And I would know. I would just know.